Shaka Hislop.
Yeah?
Yes.
He's asking him to do different things. What are those things, and why does it stop you from saving balls?
Listen, to Liam Rosenior's point, yes, Sanchez did make one very good save, but the two errors he made were pretty basic, in all honesty. And I get what he's saying about the first, and it's a team goal. But if you are going man-to-man, you could ask questions of, I think in this case, João Pedro, as to how he loses his mark as easily as he does. But if Sanchez leaves his line to come for the ball as he does here, it's got to be a better effort. He misses that by a long way. And in the end, it's a header from Ben White from all of, 3 yards?
Does this help the dressing room? Thinking our manager is up there taking the shots for us?
Yeah,
does that make a difference?
I do. I like a manager who says, I'm asking my goalkeeper to do certain things, or anybody else to do certain things, and if there's some teething issues to start with, I'll take that responsibility. But that's fine. But
it's not like playing out from the back. It's not like doing something different from there.
Your question was about the manager taking responsibility.
It was.
And it was. And so I applaud that. But the two errors from Robert Sanchez were pretty basic errors.
Right.
Made a good save, yes, but very basic errors. As bad as the first was, I actually think from a goalkeeping perspective, the second was even worse.
So would it not be better for Rosenior to come out and say, he's better than that, he's had a great season, all goalkeepers make mistakes, let's move on?
Yeah, which is what I think he's getting at here. No, he knows the goalkeeper's made two errors.
Yeah.
And he's saying,
so why does he just say?
But he's talking about asking him to do, the fact that he's saying we're asking him to do things different, that is not in conjunction with the mistakes, because that's just goalkeeping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have an issue with what Liam Rosenior.
He's chucked two in.
Yeah, yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, let's cut all this right, because my early analysis of Liam Rosenior, and he might be a thoroughly nice young man. Shaq and I know his dad. I've worked with his dad, nice and all that. But my early takings of his rhetoric at Chelsea, and I didn't hear him at Hull or Strasbourg or anywhere else, is he's already setting himself up for ridicule. He's trying to baffle people with BS, right? He's asking Robert Sanchez to play out from the back. That was crystal clear, right? And Robert Sanchez almost put Chelsea in a hole several more times, particularly in the first half. Not just the goals that he threw in, but with the overplaying at the back. Now, this is nothing new, because previous Chelsea managers have asked Robert Sanchez to play out from the back. Enzo Maresca did. Mauricio Pochettino, I can't remember who he all played under. And Robert Sanchez had the same problem playing out from the back for other managers as he had yesterday and will have for Liam Rosenior. So he's not asking him to do something different. He's just continuing to ask him to do something that I don't think Robert Sanchez is very good at. Yeah, he can ping a great ball and all that, but he makes bad decisions with the ball at his feet. He plays those little straight 10-yard balls into people when they got defenders straight up the back of him, when there's 5 or 6 players around. So, Robert Sanchez has always had this in him, in my view, as a Chelsea goalkeeper. Brilliant saves that come up now and again, but they are all infiltrated with bundles of these mistakes.
Right.
And that I don't think is going to change. But what I think will have to change is the manager and the way that he talks to the media as if the journalists have no understanding of what managers try to do in a football field. Because when you address the media in that way, as if you're the superior brain in the room, and most managers think they are, when it all goes wrong, that comes back from the people with the pens and the cameras. And that's the early signs I can see with a manager who has, to me, supreme confidence in his own ability, but I think just needs to change the rhetoric and simplify the rhetoric a little bit to not make everybody think he's this new guy who has got these best ideas and that's going to be brilliant and that's the only way. Kind of that's how it's felt to me thus far.
Ian, has others got that feeling, or is it just Craig?
I think for the moment it's just Craig. We'll see if he's right. But I mean, I do think, give him a chance. He's only just walked through the door. And as for the Sanchez press conference quotes, I think that's fair enough. He doesn't want to 5 minutes after arriving at Stamford Bridge be throwing one of his players under the bus, even though privately he's probably thinking exactly what Shaq said, that he's basically thrown a couple in on the night. I mean, my view about Sanchez really is, all good teams or great teams or trophy-winning teams need a very good goalkeeper. I don't think Sanchez is a very good goalkeeper. I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea, certainly, if they're going to go on and win things this season. As for Rosenior, it's a big, big jump for him. Let's see.